Think real change only happens to other people? Let's delve into the mindset shift that completely transformed my journey and might just spark your own. Have you ever felt like success was reserved for other people? Those with better skills, more connections, or just lucky breaks? That used to be me, until I shifted one crucial thing, my mindset. Today I'm sharing how a single shift in perspective set off a chain reaction of achievements that I once thought were impossible. I used to watch success stories with envy. I'd assume those folks possessed magical talents or unstoppable drive while I was just me. I would attempt big leaps, start a creative project, enroll in a tough course or try a new venture. But the minute hurdles arose, I would think, see, this was never meant for me. That negative self-talk shaped everything. My biggest shock came when I realized I was the only one labeling my potential as limited, giving up far too soon. It weighed heavily, like living in someone else's shadow, telling myself the odds were stacked against me. Sounds familiar? Maybe you feel the same in the pursuit of your goals. But you know what? It was never about outside conditions. It was my own mental barrier. That realization stung, yet it signaled the moment I knew I needed a more radical inner shift. What was the turning point? A combination of reading about the growth mindset, so how the brain isn't fixed, how we can expand abilities through learning, and seeing real people rewrite their stories. I started telling myself, if they could, why not me? Instead of dismissing challenges as signs of incompetence, I treated them as puzzles to crack. One big reflection I've had over the years, mindset goes first and everything else is second. That phrase alone had me reevaluating my daily approach. Instead of beating myself up when I struggled with a skill, I started dissecting the failure. Which part do I need to practice? How can I approach it a little bit differently tomorrow? That shift from self-blame to strategic thinking injected new life into each attempt. With this reframe, small goals I'd postponed started becoming real. I'd be consistent in practicing a new hobby, devoting more minutes daily, but noticing improvements within few weeks. Confidence swelled, not from the overnight success, but from the knowledge that I controlled my outcome through consistent learning. I realized that genuine confidence has a humbling edge. It's not arrogance, it's an abiding trust in your ability to adapt. This new self-belief didn't just help me accomplish more, it influenced those around me. People saw a calmer, more forward-facing version of me. Projects that used to stall for months got finished in weeks. Surprising even myself, I began taking on bigger tasks because I finally trusted my capacity to handle them step by step. Sometimes the biggest shift is less about new methods and more about how you view your own potential. How can you weave this success mindset into your everyday life? Identify one limiting belief. Maybe it's I'm not good at X or I always fail at Y. Challenge that voice by replacing it with I'm learning and I'm practicing daily. Then adopt a growth outlook daily. Each night, jot down how you confronted the challenge. Instead of labeling it a failure, call it a stepping stone. Then, micro wins really count. Pick one small activity that aligns with a bigger goal, like 10 minutes of skill practice every day, and celebrate each session. Find a mentor or model. Look to someone who overcame a similar obstacle. Learn from their approach. If possible, connect personally or glean insights from their content. Try this for a single week. You might be amazed how quickly your perspective evolves once you treat each challenge as an invitation to grow. My journey from doubt-ridden to determined hinged on one key shift: believing that I could. If you are battling similar struggles, know it's not about innate talent or unstoppable drive. It's about harnessing a success mindset, a conviction that with consistent learning you can adapt and flourish. So start small, reframe failures, and trust the process. Because once your mindset changes, so does your story.